Hello everyone, today I had to do kind of a new setup here so we can take a look at the LEGO Star Wars Visual Dictionary. This is the first one that they printed that I thought would be kind of fun to look back on. This was from 2009, and I thought I would do this in kind of celebration of Star Wars' birthday, which is today, the day this video uploads. So let's first start looking at the cover. So even on the front, we actually have lasers to point out Death Star 2 with his eye, Vader with his removable helmet, Anakin Starfighter, and a mounted stormtrooper. And let's open it up and we'll take a look. So first thing is kind of boring. It's kind of this plain blue picture, but I think this will be our time to look at our Luke Skywalker. This plastic bag broke off, but it can still hold the figure in there. So this is kind of the oldest Lego figure, a Star Wars figure. I'm actually looking at the channel this far. It's Luke Skywalker with his medal. We're actually going to be getting a new Luke with his yellow jacket soon, but he doesn't have the medal in that one in an upcoming Yavin 4 Temple set. So that's pretty neat. He has brown pants with printing. I don't like this hairpiece because it's the old female minifigure hairpiece, and yeah, Luke had a little longer hair. It's just I don't think this is accurate, and it's just very feminine of a piece for such a hero as Luke Skywalker. Let's put him back in there, and we'll get into the rest of it. Um, so here we have the Slave One, as it's correctly depicted from the 2006 version of it. You can see that this book is written by Seaman Beecroft and consulted by Jeremy Bucket. So, and on the bottom here, you actually have a kind of a flip book type thing. My book's so old, it doesn't quite work right anymore. But yeah, just Luke's kind of swinging down his lightsaber. And on the other side, we have clone troopers marching on this far side. So I'm going to have to move the book quite a bit to skip it. So we got table of contents. Then we got introduction with a timeline here of old sets. So starting in 1999, going through. And you can see all the Phantom Menace came out in 1999, and they also came out the same year with several other sets, which you can look at yourself. I'm not going to go into every little detail here, but yeah, you have several pages of timeline. Episode 2 starting here, and then Episode 3 over here. Going onwards, 2007 is actually when I got into Lego Star Wars, but there are still several 2006 sets on the market, so actually I do have several of them. And I even have one that's still built, the A-Wing, right down here. So I plan to review that soon. It just got put in storage. I couldn't get it out for Jedi's anniversary, sadly. But I plan to review it. Then we have the Clone Wars starting with the 2008 series there. There was also expanded universe sets that came out starting in 2007, so with like a TIE crawler, which I thought was really neat. But it didn't make much sense because the guns are kind of stopped. You had to rotate the entire system. You couldn't really aim with them, but it's a toy, so it's just for fun. Then we got this beautiful artwork here, just kind of promotion. This is promotional art for Lego sets. I think this was 2008 when these sets came out. Yeah, 2008, right there. At the top, you couldn't see this. My mount's slightly not big enough. So then we start with Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, just kind of showing old stuff with them. Jedi Knights, which you kind of can see. This was my first introduction to minifigures that you can't really take apart, but they had a light-up lightsaber, which I thought was pretty neat. And then here you got everybody's favorite Jedi Bob. You can see over here on Mace Windu how like there's a line right here across the top of him. That's where the button was to activate the lightsaber. You got several different sets here pertaining to the Jedi. Sith Apprentices. We got Maul on this side, Dooku on this side. Pod racing, where you can see a bunch of pod racers. Whenever you get pod racers now, it's only Anakin's and Sebulba's, and it's been kind of that way since since the Phantom Menace came out. I really wish that they would do even more pod racers. Then we got Naboo and Gungans, and then over on this side we have Geonosians, so we can see just kind of a bunch of Gungan themed sets. I wish they would bring this color back in Lego. That was a cool color. Bounty Hunters, you got mostly Boba Fett and Jango Fett. You got Zam Whistle from Attack of the Clones, and you got a few others. Separatist Droid Army, several of their sets. I actually have one of these pieces. I got it in kind of a bulk only once. I can't do can't rebuild that set sadly until I find the other half. I got Separatist Navy, which means like there's ships stuff. General Grievous on the right. Battle Droids. I really wish they would bring that color back too. That was a cool color. The Republic Army, which looks a lot more modern sets. So I think the Republic Army looked a lot better than the Separatists. You use the clone troopers. You can see a variety of different types. Several of them which had modern versions of. This was actually my first Lego minifigure right there. And all I have left of the helm because I've lost everything else, sadly. We've got Wookiees, which we actually didn't have that many Wookiee sets overall. We got the Wookiee Warrior, and that was kind of our only other Wookiee next to Chewbacca for a long time. Luke Skywalker. So you got his T-16 High Hopper, different versions of the Land Speeder, and several different versions of the X-Wing. And you can see the minifigure that came in this book is actually listed here. So this one is horizontal. It's kind of a pain, but it's a sand crawler, which I thought was a really cool set back in the day. Never got it. Got Han Solo and Chewbacca with the old versions of and a list of different versions of Han Solo, which is neat. Here's the UCS Flying Falcon, the very first one. This one, yeah, I still find it very impressive as a build today. And I think it's actually more impressive looking than the latest UCS Flying Falcons, even though that one's technically bigger. I just find this one looks a lot more impressive. Then we got Emperor Palpatine with different versions of shuttles. Then we got Darth Vader. And we even have a ship diagram showing off the Rogue Shadow from the Force Unleashed. So I think it's kind of neat. Galen Merrick was actually listed on the set as Vader's apprentice, not actually with his name. So, little fun fact there that this book didn't do correctly. Then you got the Death Star. This set was actually released twice with modifications. They re-released it with Rogue One. Another horizontal sheet where you have the Imperial Army, Imperial Navy, a bunch of TIE fighter ships. I think I just love TIEs. Star Destroyer, I do have this set, but one of my pieces actually got melted from the set. Long story there. So I want to replace that piece, and then I plan to do a review of it because I love this set. Actually, I still have it mostly built except for that one piece that melted. Cloud City, the original one, talked about Lando, one of the first people to actually have the flesh tone alongside with this Sergeant Guard. So that little fun fact there. So giving Lando some love there. Now almost every Lego Star Wars figure actually has flesh printing versus the yellow Lego. Let me know in the comment section which do you prefer. Do you prefer the yellow where any minifigure could be of any skin tone, or do you prefer they actually be accurate with skin tones? Let me know what your thoughts on that in the comment section. Here we got the Rebel Alliance, got a bunch of sets there. I really wanted this Y-Wing. I think it's kind of the best looking Lego Y-Wing we've gotten, but I have the Rogue One tie-in Y-Wing. So then we have Echo Base, which we've got in UCS set before. Jabba's Palace, which is neat. And we've gotten 3 Jabba's Palaces, but one of them is labeled under Boba Fett's Palace, weirdly. Jabba's Sailing Barge, at the time, this is the one and only Jabba's Sailing Barge, but we've actually gotten one other one, which I got the other one now. So this is a set I really wanted back in the day, but never got. So Battle of Endor, you can see here Ewoks, ships, and such. Then we got the Clone Wars, which the Clone Wars had a really weird facial where they actually printed the eyes. I kind of like how they no longer do that because it's kind of hard to mix your Ahsoka minifigure with that face next to a Episode 3 Anakin face. So glad they no longer do that, but yeah, we got a good variety of different ships at the time, and I loved when they did the Clone Wars sets. I really wish we would get more of them. So yeah, here's the Clone Army. Got Captain Rex, Commander Cody there. They're showing off their vehicles. Droid Army. For the Clone Wars series, I thought it was weird because like in Episode 1, we see the Droid Army in brown. Attack of the Clones, you only really see the land forces, the droids, and they're in a gray and brown still. But in the Clone Wars, they went to a blue, which I thought was always just kind of odd. And then Episode 3, I guess they stuck with blue there too. Then we get specialty sets, so you have like these Technic sets here. So we got the micro scale sets. which Lego still does to this day. Here's the Technic set. A lot of people think a lot of these are cursed, and I don't blame them. But I gotta say that Hellfire Droid is really cool looking. I think that you could use that as a minifigure scale. Then you got the Ultimate Collector series, where we had a Darth Maul bust before, and a bunch of different ships, and even a Yoda. We recently got another Yoda. If you know which one do you think is actually more creepy looking? I like to know. And there's an N1 would be kind of cool to get because it actually has chrome pieces, and I'm jealous of that. Got some more collectors scale sets. And then we get behind the scenes, which is a really cool section. So, yeah, just kind of show you like the Tauntaun build. I love how they use the bananas for the horns at the time. And this is kind of gives me just ideas and the complete minifigure list there for Lego Star Wars. And think of how small that list is comparatively today. I would love to see a modern day updated version of that. So here we got a question and answer section. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you can see kind of the molding process, the design process. And we're going to actually be getting a version of that set later this year, which I've actually have a leaked picture of. So looking forward to that. To finally get a Yavin 4 temple. Then we get some other merchandising stuff like statues, keychains. Talks about the video games here. Lego Star Wars 3 they hadn't released at the time. It was only Lego Star Wars 1, Lego Star Wars 2, and the complete saga. Then we got the community section where they actually highlight a lot of fan builds, which is really neat. Got the collectible C3PO there, brick films, and love that Mos Eisley build and the life-size Han Solo and Carbonite build. And right, lastly, we have this ATST, which I actually do have built, but it's over at my parents' house. So. And we got the backside where we got even more detail. So I think it was just kind of a fun jolt around memory lane. I love this book. You can see that's beat up, and I bought it back in the day, and I still have it. So tell me your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think of this book? Do you have it? Do you have any of the updated versions? Because I actually don't have the updated versions at all. Let me know that in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all next time. Goodbye.